So the only other option that you can do is just to place these cubes. Right, and then you end up having a perfect. You can't really take these cubes with you. You notice here, you try to go through up the stairs, but you can't. You end up just going through. Here's the yellow liquid again. You can't take any cubes with you. Now I have two options. You can go left, you try to go through, you can't. You can go right. And now you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 cubes again. Right. You can see this is halfway filled, so you need 8 cubes in order to complete this and go through that. Sometimes we only have just enough to get by. You notice you can't go back, right? The only logical thing is to go this way. This isn't the way, right? I forgot what I did to mess this up, but you end up realizing that this is just a wall of cubes. You realize that you can just take all these cubes with you. Okay. It's just natural, because it's in the way, right? So you just right click it, right? You do left click and you right click, and you end up realizing you can just take, this is just a wall of cubes that you can just take. I'm not gonna need all of that. So I'm just gonna create that thing. When you open the door, there it is. I'm gonna have to go back. Get out of the way. Okay. See a poster. It says, understanding a problem requires filling in the pieces. Right, and that's what just happened before. We were filling in. We just filled in all the pieces for the cube. Alright, to complete that area. Move! Move cubes. Okay. Alright. So if you try to go here, you try taking all these cubes, right? You realize it starts filling itself up automatically. You can't really do anything about that, right? And you look at the color of it, right? And it's green. So you think, I have a blue gun, right? I've already seen a yellow gun. So it seems like there's another gun out there that's green. That's what I'm seeing a lot of is green, right? But I can't do anything right now. So the only logical thing I can think of is if I get the green gun, then I can probably do something with this, right? Right now it's impossible to do. I'm not going to worry about it. Or else you're just gonna be frustrated half the time if you're trying to do things that are pretty much impossible to do without the right tool. You go through here, right? You can't take any cubes with you again because of the 2 glass walls, right? Go through here. You see two yellow cubes that you can't really get. Try to go down. Try to get this one. You can get these cubes, right? They're not going to really help you out. And you end up seeing you need 3 cubes. There's 3 cubes perfectly, right? And there's 3 cubes in the way, so you can't really go through this right now. Okay? But same process, right? That you think before, right? Don't do something that seems impossible, right? Half of this game, I felt like it was really frustrating because I was doing something that was possible, like I'm mentioning 1,000 times before. But you notice, again, right, back there was green cubes. So I was able to go through that path because I have a blue gun. This is yellow cubes, right? So I most likely need that yellow gun that was presented to me that I saw before, right? So once I get the yellow gun, this might be actually probable to do, right? I'm not gonna worry about it. Take these cubes. They're gonna need all. If you ever get lost, you can always reset too. Just like clicking escape and then going back to the place that you were before. Just try again, right? If you get stuck somewhere. Okay. One says similar problems have an entirely different solution. This one, if you remember before, there's a wall similar to this. An arrow here. There's an arrow. But there is invisible steps, right, that are able to get you. But you can't really do that. Right, there's no invisible steps to help you out. So, what we do have are cubes, right? You can take them and you can place them. That's all you can do with them. You try to do what you did before, right? Great step. But that's not going to get you high enough, right? The only logical thing that you can do is you can create your own set of stairs. I'll get you up there. This doesn't have to be the way you can do it. I'll show you another way to do it. You go up here. Yay, stairs. But that's not the only way, right? Another way you can do it is you can look down, place a cube on top of you, just keep stacking cubes. You end up being the same. Right, so there's two different ways you can do it. One is just keep stacking cubes on top of each other. Right, the other way is to create a natural stairs that you can step on to get up there. There's no right solution. You get there, you get there. Whatever works. Be ladder. So going a certain way may require building your own path. So those are the two paths that I thought of. Right, you can do something else, but that's what's special. You create your own path. You get there. Now you're here. There's a wall. Just something. I have to go now. Old skills are useful even after you learn new. This is where I learned, right? I always try to think about all the steps, all the problems that I've done before, and how it can relate to the new problem that's presented to me, right? So everything that I can do is limited to my character, right? So whatever my character can do, I'm just gonna do that in order to solve a problem, right? There's not something that you have to type in a cheat code or something like that in order to solve a problem, right? Everything that you can do in this game, every puzzle there is, answers are limited to what your character can do, right? That's one of the things about this. Why is it telling me to go down? I guess it's telling me to go down. This is another area too, but the arrows are telling me to go down, so. But that's another area, right? And you figure out you can build stairs, right? I'm not gonna do it correctly, but you can build stairs to go up there, right? Arrows telling me to go down. We already been through this, right? The right one's open. If I run through it, the right one stays open. If I walk through it, the left one. Right, but it's telling me to go down. Oh, there's naturals. I can't get through this then. You look through this. It says what looks out of reach may only be a food. And you try to same thing. It's the green cubes, right? And I have a blue gun, so it seems like I can't do this right now. But what's telling me to do? Move. Visible stairs. Move. Not. It's gonna have to go back. I'm gonna go down. But you notice if you jump on these, right, you end up jumping further and you end up going down further. Okay. You notice that? There's another. I'm not too sure if I can do that. Oh, I can. Yeah, you can jump really far forward. Oh, I can't do that. You notice there's a room down there. Use this. Use this to jump up farther high, right? Or to go down further below. Those are your two options. You go down. Seems like I might need the yellow, right? Yellow gun again because I'm walking through. Let's see what I can do so far. If you aren't paying attention, you will miss everything. You go through this. These are glass doors. If I take this, notice that this box moves forward, right? And you can see up here. You try to look everything around. You see the post? There's a poster up there. You try to get up there, but you can't. You think, okay, I can just get more cubes, right, to go up there, but you can't because remember, what happens is you try to place blue cubes, you stay there, but if you try to walk through here, all the blue cubes that are in your gun, they disappear. And these two glass windows are in the way, so you can't take them, right? So that's impossible, right? And there's an opening over there too. You can see over there, there's a door over there, and it seems like what happens is, if you go through here, and you go through that door, you can get on the other side, but you can't do that, because all you have is a blue. Right? So you try to notice what happens when this cube moves back and forth, right? The only two logical things you do is look forward, nothing happens, and you look backwards. Right? And you notice there's an elevator door that moves up and down based on this cube. You end up realizing what happens if you place a blue cube, right? If you place a blue cube, it ends up being stuck. Right? And you learn that from just being able to place the. You learn that because this blue cube is stopping this cube from moving, right? If you place it in front. So this giant cube is stuck in place because you place one tiny blue cube in there, right? So you think about what other things can I prevent from moving just by placing a blue cube, right? So you realize you end up being able to prevent this elevator from moving just by placing a blue cube in front of it. If you take it, you end up moving. That's another thing. That's green. It seems like something you're not wanting to worry about. Okay. This one says, to get past the problem, you may just need a key. And this is really true. Because for me, I've always been a person that always gave up and wanted to see the answer before. So if I played this, went through a room, I would say if I was 4 years younger, maybe even 3 years, because I didn't think this way for a very long time. It hasn't been very long. But if I played this game, let's say 2 years ago, ended up going through some puzzles that seem hard, I'll end up giving up, looking it up, and say, okay, that's the answer, right? And I never grew as a person, right? But now I end up I'm able to consistently push myself forward through a problem and see, okay, what steps can I take? I still get frustrated sometimes, but I can still think logically, what steps can I take to keep